What's up, everyone? All right, so in today's episode, I'm going to give you my game plan for the week ahead. We've got another holiday week here. Market's going to be closed Wednesday for New Year's Day. So this will be kind of like last week. Trading probably regular, as always, normal Monday, Tuesday. Market's closed Wednesday, and then trading on Thursday and Friday. Now, if we can draw some insight from last week, it was a tricky week. 2 days last week, I went into the red before rallying back to green, which is, I mean, look, I finished the day green. I still was green 4 out of 4 days last week, but they were close calls. And that was on Tuesday, Christmas Eve, and then on the day after Christmas on Thursday. So, but Monday was good and Friday was good. So, I'm kind of thinking this week might be similar, but last week, especially a big travel holiday. A lot of people are traveling. They go home, see family, stuff like that for Christmas. And so I expected volume to be light on Thursday and Friday from so many people traveling. And I think that was the case. We did see lighter volume. So now we've got the weekend. Now we're coming in on Monday. And this is also a week where a lot of people travel. I'm traveling. Now, some of you guys are saying, are you on a farm? I feel like I hear, is that a horse peeing in the background? It's a waterfall. There's a waterfall right over there. I'm in the Caribbean. It's beautiful. It's nice and warm. So I'm going to be trading here on my traveling trading station. And I made sure to go to a place that had fiber, high-speed internet, so it wouldn't interrupt my trading or my broadcasting streaming for you guys, or for Warrior Pro members, especially members at Warrior Trading. So regular routine for me in that way, but I'm traveling. A lot of people are traveling. And so some people, when they travel, they don't trade. They just say, nah, I'm on vacation. I'm not going to trade. Now, that's crazy to me because I trade no matter where I am, but I get it. So I expect volume will also be a little lighter this week. And then a week from tomorrow, when we are past the holidays, that's when volume is going to pick back up. Now, December right now, best month of the year for me in terms of trading profits. Now, I'll share with you exactly where I'm at in terms of profit, but regardless of where exactly what that number is, I don't want to give you guys FOMO by, throwing it out there right now. It's a big number, but best month of the year in December. So let's just stick with that. Best month of the year here in December. That speaks to the fact that the market has been picking up, and 2 of the weeks for December have been holiday trading. So now I'm just thinking, all right, we've got January right around the corner. This is when I think we're going to see some really strong momentum. The market's been hot, and now with traders coming back from traveling, back from the holidays, everything else, I think we're going to see some good action. So I'm super excited for January and really the first part of this year, January, February, March, and let's see if we can get 2025 off to a really good start. Okay, so now let's jump onto the screen share and start breaking down the watch list here for tomorrow. All right, so let's see. What is it? Did I see your goggles? I saw you had your goggles, but I didn't see where they went. So I'm not sure where they are right now. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to put up, why don't we do a couple things? So first, let's look at just from Friday, INTZ. So INTZ, big move on Friday. This one was up 381%. I mean, that is great to see. The only thing that was sort of challenging about it was that most of the move, the biggest part of the move, happened early in the pre-market session. And so by the time most of us were sitting down, I think we sort of felt like we missed the move, which was pretty much true. So this went from $1 up to $1.40, up to $1.80, up to $2, all the way here up to about $3, pulled back, and then during regular trading hours, it actually gave another push higher. This was not the stock that I was able to really crush on Friday. The one that I traded was MYSZ. So MYSZ had breaking news that came out at 8 a.m., and this thing spikes from $5.50 all the way to $11. But it ended up coming back down as the day went on. And to be honest, even as it was squeezing up, it felt like there were some big sellers. So, is this a company that is doing an offering, selling shares on the open market? It's not impossible. We look at these companies. Oops, I want to go to bamsec.com. So we look at these companies like MYSZ. And I use the site BAMSEC. I'm not logged in right now on my laptop. But anyways, I can log in later. You don't have to pay for it. You can use it for free. However, what I like to check it is whether or not the companies have a shelf registration. And I can see that this one does, in fact, have a somewhat recent shelf registration, which gives them the right to sell shares on the open market. So when you see they've got a shelf, then there's a question of do they actually need to raise money? And so we check the balance sheet. So that's where I look at the 10Q, the latest quarterly earnings statement. So as I scroll down here, we can see cash flows from operations. They're operating at a net loss, right? So now you're like, okay, this is a company operating at a loss. And then if you find their balance sheet, did I already scroll past it? We'd be able to see their cash on hand. Where is it? So there's revenues, financial assets. So that's right. Where is their balance sheet? Balance. Sorry, just. Oh, here it is, way up here. So, well, they actually have some cash and cash equivalents, which isn't bad. So this was as of September 2024. So that's $2.3 million. But then we just got to check to see what was the dollar amount of the loss that they just had for the last quarter. So for the, well, this is for 9 months. Yeah, so you could see this looks like a company that's going to be in a position where they're going to need to get some capital. So anyway, so now you start to think, all right, well, why was it selling off all day? Is it because insiders are selling, or is it the company that's selling? And it may likely be that the company is selling. All right, so that unfortunately means this is going to be a stock that probably won't be easy to continue to trade. You know, you've got 2 red candles on the daily. Each time it pops up, it sells off. So now shorts are going to be more aggressive shorting it if it does start to pop up again. So MYSZ, yes, got some trades on it on Friday, but probably that's going to be off the radar for the time being. If we pull up the scan of continuation, I like to check my continuation scanner just to make sure I'm aware of some of the biggest movers in the last couple sessions. So MYSZ, CTM, LITM, LASE. LASE is kind of interesting because this one has put in a big move, but I don't love this daily chart. And the reason is I just feel like I've missed the move. You know what I mean? Like it's already gone from 40 cents up to 10 bucks. Could it keep going to 15 or to 20? Maybe, but you might have people that got in at 40 cents that were just kind of holding and finally decide to sell, and they're selling 100,000 shares. So you start getting some of those big sell orders, and that's not going to be easy. So that one's probably not going to work. By the way, let me just, I'm just going to put this up here. So let me switch to, there you go. So we've got our New Year's sale going on right now. New year, new you. I don't know if any of you guys checked out the episode I just uploaded the other day, or it was on Friday actually. I uploaded a recap here, my Friday recap being up 35,000, and I also broke down how to start day trading in 2025 the right way. So let me just say, for those of you guys that don't know this, I actually began trading full-time as a New Year's resolution. I made this commitment that I was going to show up every single day and look at the market, and I had this goal of trading. Now, the thing for me during that time in my life was the initial commitment was committing just to a schedule of agreeing to myself that I would wake up early and show up and watch the market. Now, I know a lot of you guys that are on the West Coast, that's kind of a similar thing. Like, do I really want to wake up at 5 in the morning? I don't have to get up that early. But here's what I'm telling you. You could trade for a couple hours before you go to your regular job. You easily could, and lots of other people are doing it. So you got to be motivated, and you have to motivate yourself and have the discipline to say, I'm going to set my alarm, I'm going to get up, and I'm going to sit down. Now, when I started doing that all those years ago, I was sitting down and I was just pulling up websites like Yahoo Finance and I don't know, Google Finance, maybe Market Watch, and just trying to see like what were companies reporting about stocks. I mean, I was watching Kramer. Like I didn't know I didn't know how to learn about what to trade. So that was a challenge by itself that you don't have to face, because now there are communities like what we have here at Warrior Trading where you can sit down every single day and you're not trading on your own. So I encourage you to join one of our memberships here at Warrior Trading. And if you join the Warrior Pro Special Bundle, you'll get a full year of access to my broadcast. So when you make the commitment that I'm going to be focusing on learning how to trade in 2025, you're not doing it on your own. I will be by your side every single day. Now, some days I'll be on my laptop like I will be tomorrow, but I show up rain or shine. So, and even when I'm sick, I have a fever, I trade even better. So for the most part, bearing, something pretty extreme, I'm here pretty much every single day. And so you don't have to do this on your own. And I think it's easy for beginner traders to say. I noted someone said, once I make $20,000 trading, I'll buy your course. And I thought, that's interesting. How are you going to make $20,000 trading if you don't have a strategy and you don't know what you're doing? Now, look, this sounds biased because, and it is to the extent that Warrior Trading this is what I do. I love teaching. I've been doing this for a long time. I feel like it's a no-brainer. And I think about how easy it is to lose $3,500 trading and how you might have very little to gain from it in terms of a lesson. So $3,400 giving you a full year of access to my broadcast plus the curriculum, that feels like a pretty good value. But in any case, I think it's important to not say, I will invest in learning once I've made money, because I think that's putting the cart ahead of the horse. I don't think that you can really expect to make money if you don't know yet how to trade. So anyways, just my 2 cents. Okay, so with that, I think my plan for tomorrow, for the most part, is going to be the same as it was last Sunday coming into Monday, which is that I don't have any stock that was super, super strong on Friday that I'm like, oh, I'm definitely watching this coming into Monday morning. Yeah, there were some stocks that were strong, but I don't have any that I'm feeling is a really good continuation setup. So that means tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m., when I open my broadcast and I start streaming, what I'm going to be looking at is this high of day momentum scanner and the top gainer scanner right here. So I'm going to be looking for the stocks that are moving higher. And my thought is that we'll probably have a stock at the top of this scan, and it could be like INTZ that's up 300%, that has already come out with breaking news and has already started to move. Granted, it'll probably be on lighter volume, as typically we have from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., but that's what I'll be looking at to kind of find my ground, find my footing. And the focus is trying to build a cushion. So I'm going to try to be very clear during my broadcast to help you understand the quality that I perceive of the setup I'm looking at. There are some setups that are, A quality, and others that are a little bit higher risk. And I will trade across that spectrum of A quality and higher risk, depending on where I'm at on the month, on the year, if I have a cushion and this and that. And I'm in a place right now where I can take some risks. So I've been taking some higher risk setups. But I want to try to be clear about the first couple trades are usually the ones that I focus on quality the most, because my first order of business each day is getting into the green. So I'm going to look for trades that I feel like have, I feel like 90% conviction in, that I really like the setup and I really think that this setup is going to work. So those first couple trades each day are usually really important for me to help me build my cushion. And then once I have a cushion on the day, that's when I can afford to take a little bit more risk. But even as the day goes on, there will be trades that I take that are like, okay, this one's going to be a little risky. Maybe I'm trading against the MACD. Maybe I'm trading below the VWAP for a curl or a crossover. Or this is a setup that, look, MACD's open. The stock meets all 5 criteria of stock selection. This is a really good looking setup. This is one that I feel really good about. And those are ones that I'll be more aggressive on. So I'm going to try extra hard to communicate that to you guys so you understand that each day while I'm streaming, while I'm trading. And I think that'll be helpful for those of you guys that are beginners, because I think especially for beginners, when you're trading in a simulator, you want to practice trading a little bit of everything. You want to gain that experience, but at the same time, it's helpful to be able to sort of take note of, this is a little bit of a higher risk setup, or this one is more of kind of like the bread and butter setup. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for Monday morning. Top gainers scan, and then watching the small cap high day Momo scanner at the top and the bottom of the hour, looking for potential breaking news headlines. Now, as I sit right now, we've got 2 days left on the year, and this has been a year that I didn't see it coming. I'm sitting right now. I've taken a total of 5,389 trades this year. I'm sitting with just over $2 million of trading profit. It's the best year I've had, since 2021. It's certainly, only half of what I made in 2020 or 2021. But what's interesting here is that the bulk of the profit came from the second half of the year: July, August, September, October, November, December. What happened in July? Well, we did have the Roaring Kitty meme get things going again. He came back and kind of juiced up the meme stocks with uh, GameStop and a couple others. And then Biden dropped out of the race in July. And all of a sudden that threw chaos into the, election, which some people thought was going to be he would win re-election. And then optimism came that Trump had a lead and was going to win, and da 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 da. And so all of a sudden that played into the market. And October was phenomenal. November, super good. And December currently sitting at 525,000 on the month. So, this is the thing where it gets kind of crazy. If I just the last 90 days, these months have been averaging 400,000. So you stretch that over the course of the year, and we're back to $5 million years, $4 or $5 million years. So I think that there's a lot of traders that are coming back into the market right now that are getting excited. They remember how strong the market was during 2020, which was, the end of the Trump presidency. And then, of course, but the pandemic was going on. And now the market is just on this tear. And so I'm really excited for the next 3 months ahead. And my goal is to build a cushion on the year and certainly on the month of January. And then with that cushion, take a little bit of risk and see if, I can have 6 more months, with this kind of performance, because all of a sudden that's going to, send 2025, right back up into these higher levels. So I think that that's not unrealistic right now. Again, time will tell. I've got to just trade the market I'm in. I'm going to be optimistic. I'd love to see a really strong market, but there are some wild cards in there too. We don't know what's going to happen with the tariffs. There's a lot of wild cards. So we'll just have to see what happens. But right now, I have every reason to feel confident going into January. We're on a really nice hot streak here. Even if January was a little slower than December, it would be fine. But I think there's a good chance it'll be better. And that's because of the fact that December has been a month with basically, it's 2 holiday weeks. And it's still just super, super strong. So looking at the month of December here, let's see, we've got just 2 days left, of course, but these weeks have just been on fire. So did have one 6-figure day for December, but only one. The rest of the days were strong days, but for the most part. But anyway, so sitting in really good shape here on the month, and I'd be curious where traders are at who have been trading for 6-7 years or whatever. The pre-pandemic period, lighter volume markets, profitable, but nothing, nothing like making millions in 1 year, just that generally 6-figure trading. And then all of a sudden, 2 years of the pandemic, exploding profit. But what happened for a lot of people is 2022 and 2023 were red years for a lot of people. Those were red years. And some of them have left the market. They're like, that's it, I'm done. And they missed this rally in 2024. And this is why it's, I'm here every day. I'm in the trenches. I'm just chipping away, small daily goals. And I was beaten down during this bear market. It wasn't fun to go from doing 5 million in 1 year to doing 300,000 2 years later. This is less than I made in one good day in the hot market. And I showed up every single day in all of 2023 to make less than I made in one good day of the hot market. That's a tough pill to swallow. But what I know is that the market goes in ebbs and flows. So I wasn't sure how long we would be in this dry spell, and the election probably helped break that. But if Kamala had won, I don't know if we would have had another 4 years of sort of, I don't know, but anyways, this is where we're at now. So we've got this nice rally here so far in 2024, and I'm looking forward to 2025 and just, trying to focus on keeping my head down, chipping away at the goals. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's like, wow, that's a $500,000 a month. That's insane. So I'll remind you guys as always, of course, you know this, but my results are not typical. I've been doing this for a long time, and that's what's positioned me to be able to be able to capitalize as much as I have when the market gets hot. So the market gets hot, and I'm here. I know what to do, and so I'm ready to step up and size up. I do have a couple interviews recently I published with some members. This is a story about Nick, one of our students who went from 3 years of break-even trading to making his first $50,000 this year. So that's a cool interview. I just uploaded this one yesterday. Have day traders legally pay zero taxes. This is true. It's incredible. And I have on my profit from this year, no income tax. No income tax on that $2 million of trading profit this year. Zero. So that is profit that's in my pocket, which means a less tax efficient trader would have to make, 50% more, $3 million, maybe more, 3.5 million to walk away net with the same amount of money because they're not as tax efficient. And then other interviews, had an interview recently with Josh, college dropout, a six-figure day trader. His story is really interesting. And then Danny and Jess, those are recent interviews here. Danny reveals his 350K strategy from starting at $10 a day goal to 350K. And then how Jess scaled a small account to over $1.5 million in trading profits. So you guys could check out some of those. Now, I have a lot of interviews I've done that are not on YouTube. Not all the people I've done interviews with want them published on YouTube. So the interviews that are not on YouTube are accessible for Warrior Pro members. Okay, so we've got a game plan for tomorrow. We've taken a little bit of a look back, and we've got 2 days left in the year. It's not time to be a hero. There's no point. We're just coming to the end of the year, so just finish up the year. Try to get a couple basic days, Monday, Tuesday. Markets closed Wednesday. Then we'll be back at it January 2nd on Thursday. So we'll have Thursday, Friday. Will probably be light volume. I definitely expect we're going to have lighter volume. And then I think coming around on Monday, that's when things are going to start to pick back up. That's my expectation. So I could be wrong, but that's what I'm sort of expecting. All right. So I want to thank you guys as always for tuning in. I will be streaming tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And for those of you guys who have been on the fence thinking about whether or not to take the leap and become a member, this is a great time to join. New year, new you, and you're not doing it alone. So would love to have you guys become Warrior Pro members and get 2025 off to a great start. So make sure you check out our special discounts that we've got going on right now for the new year. All right, so thanks as always for tuning in. And a reminder, trading is risky. My results aren't typical, and there's no guarantee you'll find success, whether you trade on your own or you learn from me. So please take it slow, manage your risk, and I'll see you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning.